Hi, I'm Michael Corley. I'm here with Carlos Cardenas, co-founder and senior partner for Advantage Business Partners. Carlos, welcome.
Thank you, Michael.
So you've got this really interesting model of helping individuals in outsourcing. Well, outsourcing by nature is extremely complex, especially the flow of money and the flow of funds. But you seem to have simplified that. Could you share with us how that works? So if I'm an investor coming in or I want to participate with you, what do I have to worry about and not worry about?
Definitely. Very, very good question. So ABP has agreements with multiple outsourcing companies.
Okay.
That has to be in the HR world, marketing, and technology.
Okay.
These companies have been in business for multiple decades. They have, service models that are already tested. They're some, smaller, some medium-sized, some very large. And so what we do is we are, in essence, a matchmaker, right? So when we're meeting with small business owners, typically the average size of this type of business is about 30 employees. That's what we see in overall. So somebody who's got about 30 employees, they're having to have some more, HR-related issues, technology, opportunities, support, and they need some help with marketing as well. What we do is we'll find a good provider for them, right? Or providers, right? Because we can package them in different ways. Once we make that introduction and we create that relationship, these small business owners will create an agreement with that provider.
Oh, contract directly with them.
They contract directly with the provider. So they don't contract with us. They contract with the provider we make an introduction to. Everything that has to do with servicing, transferring of monies, everything goes directly to those providers. Okay. What the providers do with us is, well, we're in essence an extension of their sales force. Some of these providers, we are their sales force. They don't have a sales force. They work with people like us. Okay. Some providers will say, hey, you're in essence an extension of our sales force. And the beauty for them is they only pay us when we deliver. So we are really not an overhead for them, right? So we only get paid when we deliver. Once we get paid as ABP, we get paid on a residual basis in most of these services. Some, it may be just a one-time shot. But the majority of services we really provide is on a residual basis into the life of the account. We then pay our agencies, and our agencies will pay our consultants. So that's how the influx of money in the agreements work.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you have gone out and you've vetted outsourced organizations, providers in the HR, the technology, and marketing space. So these are premier organizations that you would feel comfortable working with and having contracts in place. Anybody who owns an agency underneath you as an investor and or employee can then work with their small business clientele and make that connection. And then the monies flow through you. You've got the infrastructure and systems in place to ensure the money is allocated and correctly divvied up among everybody.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah. So that's basically what we do. And one of the things that was very important to us when we established ABP was when we created these agreements, we wanted to make sure that we were getting paid at a very similar amount by each organization. And I'll tell you why that was important to us. Because I never want a consultant to give a provider that just because they're going to get paid a higher percentage. We want them to do it because it's the right thing. So by us leveling how much we get paid, it doesn't really matter because you're going to do the right thing for our clients, and that's what we're all about, is doing the right thing for our clients.
Well, good for you. And I've known you long enough to know that's what you're building this organization on, is to do the right thing for the clients and even for your agency partners. So Carlos, thank you for explaining that to us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you all.
Thank you.